How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, excuse me. I want to thank you all for joining us. Jericho and Hercules. Jericho messaged me yesterday. It's kind of funny. I don't know if y'all seen the comment because he's like, "Where's everyone at?" Oh, I'm 24 hours and 6 minutes early. Oops. But he messaged me yesterday and he's like, "No wonder nobody was on your live." So hopefully he makes it back in here tonight and figures out the right time. Jeff Jackson said he's going to miss the show tonight. Needs to take his grandson home.
Have a good night, Jeff.
Thank you for stopping in, Jeff. Hello, Marvin. We do have some awesome guests tonight. Hello, Park Rat Pat. Said just stopped in for a thumbs up. Got my Zoom tonight. I want to say hi and have a great stream. Willie said that he's still at work, but he wanted to stop in and say hi. Thank you, Willie. Hello, Ann. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Anita. Hello, Barry.
I'll be right there, guys.
Me an old man. You are an old man. I know.
I don't know what you're talking about, Anita, but worried about a troll jumping out behind the bushes. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Grandma Kelly. Grandma Kelly's driving. Thank you for coming in here, Kelly. Be careful on your way home. Hello, Darlene. Hello, Olin. I think we made it down to the bottom. We don't have a lot of folks in here yet, but
J. Paul.
hi, J. Paul. Hopefully more show up later. But we do have some special guests tonight. We have Robert and Melissa from Clark's Cove Detecting. If you haven't checked out their channel, you need to do so. They have some amazing finds. Hello, Colt. I'm going to bring up our guest right now.
I'll be right back.
You're always going to be right back. Always going to be right back.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. How are you this evening?
Hello, Squatch. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
No,
Thank you for having us. We are very honored to be here.
This will be a little different than the magnet fishing lives, but you guys did say that you have went magnet fishing before one
Yes.
time, and probably
Hey, Barry.
people in the stream don't know your story behind that.
I'll let Robert tell it.
Yeah. That I caught the bridge.
Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
caught
yeah.
the bridge.
My brand new magnet, like the fourth or
Hey,
fifth
Joe.
swing out, and
Yeah.
I'm hanging over the edge, swinging it, and then I hear clunk. Yeah.
I was over on the other side of the bridge. I had my magnet in the water pulling it, and then I heard that ka-thunk, and I heard him go, oh,
Well, I didn't realize
no.
the metal hung down under the bridge as
Hey,
far
buddy,
as it
Mitts.
did. So I thought after that, you always need to know your bridge really well and
Yeah.
how far the steel runs down under it.
And I will add something to that story, but I should have let Robert tell it. But always bring your crowbar with you. Good thing
Yeah.
we were 20 minutes from home because we drove back to the house and got it.
Yeah. That's my
Hello,
arm.
Judy. Hello, Shannon. Yeah, I've done that before. In fact, we went to a bridge a little over a year ago, and I told son-in-law John, I said, whatever you do not get stuck on this bridge. So we're magnet fishing for a little bit, and I hear wham, and they grab the top, because the top of this bridge is metal, and it's like this wide. Well, we went kayaking the day before, so I took all the tools out of the truck, and I forgot to put them back in. So he ends up getting a stick and hammering that magnet over to the edge to finally get it off. Luckily, it was up on top. If it had been down on the side, we would have never got it loose, I don't think.
Yeah. I tied the rope to the bumper of the truck and had to pull it probably 20 feet down the bridge before I could stand there with the crowbar and pry it off. But I'm glad I could move it and pull it down the side there and get to it.
Yeah.
I did not want that magnet hanging there.
No. But I got a link up here, everybody that's in here. if you haven't heard of Jersey Ray Diggs, she's trying to get to 500 subs, and I would appreciate it if you haven't, if you would go check out her channel.
Yep.
And at least give it an opportunity. I think now she's 11 subs away from 500. So if any of you haven't checked her out and would give her a shot, it'd be nice if we could get her there tonight.
Yes, it would.
Yes, it would. We had the pleasure of having Rachel here at the Cove. It's been over a month now. Yeah.
Plus, she's co-hosting our happy hour
Yes.
on Saturday nights.
Yes.
And we thank her for that. I mean, she is great at doing it.
She's great.
You know, I'm not the best at keeping track with the chat. Melissa does some.
I verbally, but when it comes
Rachel
to typing,
she's
no.
right on top of it when it comes to the chat. And
Yes, Joe,
So,
she is.
I appreciate
Swampy.
her doing that for us and being
Yes.
our co-host.
Absolutely.
I hate saying co-host.
Well, Brett,
It just sounds, I
Yeah.
don't know. So I don't know another word to use, but we appreciate
Sidekick.
our sidekick. Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
Rachel doing that for us. Yeah.
And I did want to, hey, Mary Teresa, I did want to shout out Miss Mary real fast. We finally got our stickers. She even numbered them. But if you haven't seen Mary's stickers,
Nice.
great.
Yes.
And she sent, I'm not going to go through all of these, but she sent a whole stack of stickers for her
Wow.
little grandson. And Mary, we want to thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
Lois and Clark, I love that.
Yeah, we're doing in the process of doing a sticker swap with Mary.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I love them stickers she's got. They're really
Hey,
nice.
Mary Teresa.
I don't remember if we sent you any stickers or not.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you're back there.
You're on the sticker
you're
board back
there on
here.
Because
Yeah.
I know we got
Magnetic.
stickers from you, but I couldn't remember if we sent them back. I
Yes, you
can't
did.
keep track.
It's hard to keep up all the time. I have to keep that little black book and write
Yeah.
down everyone's name, when we mail something, what we send them, what we get in return, or we can't keep track of it.
Yeah.
There's no way I can, and I'm not good at keeping notes either. So
She's my
Thank you, Squad.
secretary.
So we're going to ask a few questions about
Shan.
like what their favorite finds are and some of the craziest, and also if any of you guys are into metal detecting or thinking about getting into metal detecting. Hopefully, between us, we can answer some questions.
Yeah.
Yep. I hope
Rose
so.
said she needs to get more stickers. She can't find
We'll do our
them.
best. Hey, Marvin Huff.
Hey, Marvin,
I got one right there. Thank you.
Shannon.
But so I will ask each one of you this question because I'm sure it would have to be separate. What's your favorite finds?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, you know, I guess my favorite find would have to be, honestly, I'd have to say a toe tap that we found at an old home site back in the wintertime. I'd have to say that's my favorite find is a toe tap.
That's really
That's
cool.
cool.
And my favorite to date right now, and I've got it with me right here, I just found here recently within the past couple of weeks, and that's my I can't see the date on it. I think it's a 43 or 45, and that is my Walking Liberty $50.
Wow,
Nice.
that's sweet.
Man, I've been wanting to find
Yeah.
one of them. Yes, I do, and I love finding bicentennials. That is my favorite quarter to find when it comes
Oh,
to just
yeah?
glad
So anytime you hear that question, what's Robert's favorite quarter? Bicentennial.
Yeah, I'm right there with him. That's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Okay, where's
Yep.
that?
Bye, Joe. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
in. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Good job.
Where's the
Now, I'm not that familiar with coins, but there is there a standing Liberty
right here?
quarter?
Over here?
Is that what it
Land,
is?
Rusty Magnet.
Standing Liberty
Yeah.
quarter.
Well, that would be sweet for me to find. Well, I would be happy with any silver. I don't care if it's a 1964 dime. I just want to find a silver.
Exactly. It don't matter. You know, it's all fun to find.
I've got a story to tell. if it's okay. It won't take long. I had never found a silver George Washington quarter. And we had been hunting at this place that we called the Penny Park. That's been several videos back. And I told Robert that day, I said, I'm going to find me a silver GW.
She did.
And I did.
Wow.
I did. It was what, my second target?
Yeah.
My second target of the day. I was a swinging that AT Pro, and it was a ringing so beautifully.
Wow.
That's
And I
awesome.
dug it up, and I seen that shiny, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to start saying this more often.
Yeah.
It's weird sometimes how you can be thinking about finding something, and then in just maybe a week or so, you'll find it. I mean, or someone else will find it, and you'll be like, my goodness, I wish I could find that. And the next thing you know, you'll be finding it. I mean, it's weird how some of that
I don't
goes.
know if you saw last week
Good deal.
FL Thunder digging with Rob, finding that 1907 standing Liberty quarter.
No, I'm so far behind on his videos. No,
I got a permission at this old church, and there's a big long story behind it. It was there was a young girl murdered, and there was a black community there. Supposedly, a couple of those people did it, according to history. So they run the African American community out of this town. There was 30 homes. They burned 5 of them down, and that was in 1901. Well, the houses are supposed to be in this field I got permission for, and that's where Rob found that quarter. And that's where I found my 1880 penny and my 1883 Indian head penny. Hi, Angie.
Nice.
Hey,
So the field is probably 5 to 7 acres. Plus, we have got more permission, and I'm working on some more. If I get it all, we may end up with about 40 or 50 acres to metal detect.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ground.
That's a lot of ground to cover with the metal.
It is. It's a lot of ground. I was trying to keep up with the chat, but I get behind. But Shane found a silver. What's that thing, Shane? What's it called? That little necklace Shane found. The little.
It's a religious pendant.
Yeah, it's the Mary,
Yeah.
but it's a little silver Catholic pendant. When he
Mhm.
found it, he wasn't sure it was silver, and he showed it to me, and I said, that sure looks silver, Shane. And he ended up taking it home and cleaning it up, and it was silver. And I forget now what date it supposedly had on it, but I don't know if that was a patent date or what, but that was a pretty sweet find. I mean, we found some really nice stuff. I found the old lock I showed on your live the other night in this field.
Put that one on.
And we haven't even begun to scratch the surface. But like I told you, it's so dry now, we just really can't. We're about down to tot lots because it's so dry here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we understand.
Yep.
And for those of you just coming in, I'm pasting a link to Jersey Ray's channel. Want to try to help her get to 500. She was 11 subs away earlier. She puts out some really good content. Hey, Jake, how you doing, brother? And also, Jake from Dirty Mag Yackers has started a new channel, Georgia Diving Recovery. If you haven't went and subbed to that channel, go check it out. He is trying to help people bring closure to lost family members that's cars are sunken in the water, things like that, to help find people to bring closure to families. So it's really awesome what he's doing. I don't know that I could actually do that, but that's one of his goals with his new channel. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Hey, just be cool. I can't remember what that little charm's called. It's a rosary. I don't remember, but it's a little Catholic charm with the the Mother Mary on it. Hey, Jersey Ray, we were just talking
Hi.
about you.
Hey, Rachel.
All right, she's a 493 suite.
Awesome.
Yep, let's
Hey,
get
Rob.
her up to 500 tonight, guys. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you haven't sub Jersey Ray, go there and give her a sub. Let's get her to 500. She deserves it. She works hard at what she does,
Yeah.
and she
does.
finds
Yes,
some
she
really,
does.
really cool stuff.
Mhm.
I know some of you are more into magnet fishing than metal detecting, but it's basically the same thing. You're just looking for treasures under the dirt instead of under the water. So, hey, it's
I
my
can tell you a secret about Rachel. She loves pinto beans and cornbread.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with beans and
No.
cornbread. 494.
Awesome.
She's 6 away.
6 away, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you, Connie.
Thanks, Connie.
she'll get there here
Yeah.
before too much longer.
Yeah, I've been trying. I think I started Monday. I put it on my Facebook. And that's another thing I've told everybody before. One thing I want to do with
You're
my
welcome.
channel, you're welcome, Rachel, is try to help other channels, because I didn't get to where I was at without all these great people and all the help from everybody. And I want to return that to everyone. So that's like Leeds Magneteers. They do a great job. They give me a shout out the other day. They support us. We support them. The Magneteers, I don't know how many shout outs I've got from the Magneteers. And I think they're 20 subs away from 1,000. They've been working really hard to get that. And I don't understand how YouTube works, because you can take two channels putting out basically the same content. Hey, Kingfisher, with similar thumbnails and all that, and one channel's going to go to 2,000, the other one's at 200.
Thank you, Marvin.
We understand.
You know,
Thank you, Marvin.
I feel sometimes that because of our location, because we're in West Virginia, our there's not a lot of metal detectorists in this state.
We only know of 4 that we know of, including us.
That has channels.
That has channels.
So I think because of that, the
Demographics.
demographics, they don't put you out there like you should be put out there in the whatever. I really think they hold that stuff against channels for, just because of what state you're located in. Like the Jersey states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, there's gobs of metal detectors, some magnet fishers in those states, where West Virginia, we're like just a handful.
Yeah.
So, and I think they hold that against where you're located at. I really do. I mean, I don't know.
We're not for certain on that, but
that's just our opinion.
that's what we try to run and reason it together, and that's what we think.
Yeah.
See you, Rachel. Thanks for dropping in. We
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible. That's like here in Missouri, was 4 YouTube channels that magnet fish that I know of. One of them hasn't put a magnet fishing video out in a year and a half, probably, something like that. And the other one is us. Then you have Outdoor Influencer, Jeff, and the Hillbilly Magnet Fisher. And Hillbilly is trying to get to where he can put more videos out, but he's not able at this point to put them out weekly.
Yeah.
But Jeff, that's what Jeff does for a living. So he's out magnet fishing all the time. So there's only actually 3 magnet fishing channels I know of that we know of in Missouri. Hey, Monterey.
Yeah,
So there could be something to that, because like Wisconsin or places like that, there's a lot of magnet fishing channels in those places.
It's like Florida. I mean, Florida is littered with metal detectorists from end to end. I mean, I'd hate to say how many channels on YouTube alone that people are from Florida. I mean, it outnumbers us 20 to 1.
Yeah,
I mean, 100 to 1 probably. I mean, there's us, there's metal detecting with Randy. There's
Snorkel Pirate.
Pirate, but I think he does more magnet fishing. To be honest, I'm not real sure. And then there's West Virginia Treasure Hunters. Then there used to be another guy, and I've not seen anything from him in probably 2 years. So don't know what happened to his channel. Other than that, I don't know of any other channels from West Virginia. So.
Yes, Angie Hayes, she was asking what part of West Virginia we was from. Huntington's the biggest city.
I'm from
there.
Huntington. She's from Wayne.
That's where we're at
we
right
live
now.
Is in Wayne.
Is south of Huntington. Yeah, Wayne, West Virginia.
Between Wayne and Fort Gay.
Yeah. We border right on Kentucky and Ohio.
Yeah, in fact, there's a place in West Virginia. It's called Virginia Point, where you can stand and see Kentucky and Ohio across the river. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've metal detected in there, but yeah, nothing. It stays flooded with water a lot, so
yeah,
the ground is just littered with debris a lot, and you dig can after can after can after can, and then you get tired of digging cans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a lot of those too.
You talking about us speaking in unison. We finish each other's sentences all the time. We'll talk to ourselves, each other, before we start a live. We'll say, now listen, you say what you got to say, and I'll say what I got to say, so we're not finishing each other's sentences.
Well, that happens.
Yeah. We do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Jersey Ray's 4 subs away from 500, so I put the link up there again.
I see that, 496.
Awesome.
4 more to go. You guys can do it.
Yeah, we'll get her there.
Yeah.
Mary said earlier she don't worry about the numbers, and that's Mary. That's to each individual.
Yeah.
But if she can get to 500, then that opens up her community tab on YouTube, to where she can put out things, notifying people, do polls, or whatever she chooses to do. Everybody has their own goal in mind whenever they start their YouTube. I keep digging.
Now, Angie, you say you're in Lincoln County. Robert's father's family has a lot of family there in Lincoln County, and I have family on my mother's side in Lincoln County as well.
Yeah, Branchland and Logan area. Yeah, my dad was from Logan. Coal mines.
But we have talking about. We have tons of places to metal detect here. There was several small Civil War battles around here. You are not allowed to go to any park here. You would just have to get permission on private property. But a lot of the places in Missouri, you're talking. Like where we live is one of the older towns around, and it was like 1860, somewhere in that area, 1864 when it was founded. And the closer we get to you guys, the older the towns are,
Yeah, Huntington was established in what, 1869?
I don't remember.
Something like that. I can't pull it off the top of my head right now, but man, Huntington is it's a lot of still old neighborhoods, and we still have a lot of the old brick streets and curb strips. There's enough curb strips in Huntington that I don't think we could ever hunt them in the rest of our life. I mean, because there's neighborhoods that I don't even know.
Thank you,
about. So,
yeah,
we've got. Since we started hunting curb strips, we're kind of hooked on them right now. So all future videos for a while is going to be curb strips. But in the wintertime, when everything dies down, we're going to get back to the old home sites.
Yeah.
Peter over at Detect Dig Smile sent us an app for a page that gives you old maps. And we've already been going through it, and we're like, found some of the home sites already hunted, but then we're like, look at all these others that we missed.
So many of them are so much more grown up, and so you don't see come springtime when the yellow flowers pop up in the
That's a
bushes,
good indication.
that's your indication. And some of those areas are so grown up that you just can't see those things from the trail
But
or
we're going to be doing
whatever,
some
but-
exploring. And,
yeah, we're going to do some scouting.
yeah, as soon as cold weather gets here.
Barry Reich is looking it up. Anita said Costa Casey gave her a shout out.
4 hours.
4 hours, Barry, and she almost cried. And that's the thing. There's channels that will not shout out people. When I first started my channel, I tried to shout out people all the time, and it can be discouraging. And there's one channel that I shouted out probably 5 or 6 times, and I watched their videos religiously, and I would hear them shout out channel after channel after channel, and never once did they shout out my channel. So I quit doing shout outs for a long time because I thought, you can shout out these other channels, but I've been doing it for you, and you comment on my videos. I know you see the shout outs, but this helps right here.
Hey, Rob.
Well, we were talking about him, and then he shows up.
Yes.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
I don't like to get into the subject, and I won't ever name any channel names, but there's been channels that we have supported in the past and done shout outs for, and they turned on us. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not
that makes you leery of wanting to do anything, shout out for
Yeah.
channels, and because it hurts when you have a channel that you support and you've been
And you
friends
trust.
with and you trust, and then they'll turn on you. I mean,
It happens.
it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you just go on and keep moving forward, and you forgive them for it, and
yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
it happens.
Well, like I said, everybody that's in here has helped us, and all I want to do is try to return that favor, and that's why I was trying to get Jersey Ray to 500. That's a big milestone.
Hey,
Hi, Don, the
Don.
Money
Hi,
Detective.
Don.
That's a giant milestone. I know I was beside myself when I got to 500 subs, and I was trying to. Sorry, I stopped. I was trying to read Clay and Jen's post, but once I got there, and I think when I started, the community post for me didn't open up till I got 1,000 subs. So I'm wondering if they lowered that, because I checked for it and it wasn't there until I had hit 1,000.
I think ours opened up at 500, if I'm not mistaken.
I think. But we
Yeah.
we
I'm
try and
sure
keep
I
things
think
as
it-
simple as possible here at the Cove.
But I think it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if a channel shouts us out and I don't see it, I do apologize, because I
Yeah.
try to shout out everybody that shouts me out.
That's
Yeah, you can't catch them all.
I know there's channels that shouted us that probably done mail calls that we've sent a mail and we never even
Yeah,
did see. So
yeah.
I mean, it just happens.
Yes, that's Jersey Ray, Anita. Anita's
She hit
saying that we got her to 500.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
awesome, guys. I posted her link again
Thank you.
for any
all.
of you that haven't went and checked out Rachel at Jersey Ray Diggs. Hey, AZ.
Okay.
Easy.
Hazy.
Page used to be
And
1,000.
that's the next thing. I'm terrible with names, so I know some people's first names at their channels, but I usually just call them by their channel name, so that way I don't stick my foot in my mouth.
I do that.
Well, I'm terrible too. And one night, Dawn and Anita, Dawn's, when we were going to go to that big event in Wisconsin, Dawn said, I told my husband that Beard and Reese is going to be there. And he's like, what's Beard's name, Beard? He's like, no, what's his name, Beard? Hi, Mark, the spider guy. And she's like, that's all I've ever heard him called. And I'm like, at the beginning of every video I do, I say, hello, my name is James. And they still didn't catch on, because, and I don't mind Beard because everybody calls me that. Everybody has their own little quirk on their channel, I think, something different. My very first video, when I'm doing my exit, I'm like, what do I say for some little catchphrase? So I just said beard out, and then it stuck. They're froze. That or they're really happy and not moving, but that's okay. They'll be back.
Yep.
Hey, Magnet Mission. Also, guys, if you have not checked out Magnet Mission, since you're in here, they are having an amazing giveaway at 1,100 subscribers. They're giving away detectors, tools, coins, just all kinds of crazy stuff. So go check out Magnet Mission.
Hey, somebody's tickling him and he doesn't know who.
Okay, we appreciate you coming in here, brother. But yeah, you talk about a wild and crazy giveaway. They're going to have an amazing giveaway. So make sure you go check their channel out. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, guys. Hey, Jason, how you doing?
No.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea. You got a shout out from Jenny Finds
He
Pennies.
accidentally called somebody banana a second ago. I don't know who banana.
That's awesome. But I try to shout out as many. I mean, I don't do a lot of shout outs on my videos anymore, but that's one reason I do these lives is so people can come in here and they can see your channel. I can shout you out.
Did you find out who it was? Hurry.
I'm trying to catch back up.
Did you see?
I guess I missed something. But, I don't know. Swampy said something about, wait a second, Don. Where'd it go? Okay, they're back.
Who is Chris?
Then who is Chris? Yeah, so I missed something in the chat.
Oh.
Sorry about that, guys.
Our string broke.
Our string broke.
No problem.
All right, Squatch is 30 away from 5K.
Wow.
Wow.
Awesome. Good job.
Hopefully that won't happen again.
We hope not.
That's awesome, Squatch. That really is. But I missed something in the chat somewhere.
Sad part is my husband's name is James.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why Swampy said, who's Chris? We can't go into that, Swamp. We have to keep that kind of quiet. Her husband don't know.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, most everybody calls me Beard. It's most of the time I'll answer that before I will James anymore. I'm so used to it.
Like Charles Bronson. Oh.
Yeah, Motor City's been finding all kinds of crazy stuff. So what was each of you guys' probably craziest find or weirdest find?
Well, you want me to explain that one? Or
I'll
do
let
want
you explain. You do so well at it.
I actually have it right here. And that little object Melissa found at a park back in March of 2020. And when she found it, it was real, it caked in dirt, and it was, you couldn't make out much on it. So she went to work the next day, and I started cleaning it up a little bit, got the little spin brush out and was cleaning it down. And then I noticed that it had a name on the bottom. It says Madeline. Then I started looking at it a little more, and I noticed that the top of it, because it's got a little hoop, it's been a little charm, that the top screwed off. Well, when I screwed the top of it off, it's got ashes in it.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes,
And so that's
Madeline's ashes.
That's a little bitty urn.
Oh, wow.
And we opted to keep it because,
Yeah.
and I keep her up here in the command center. But The funny thing about it is when I told Melissa what it was, she kind of got upset
I got
about
upset.
it.
I just got that weird feeling.
And I said, well,
Yeah.
if things start going to pot, we're going to know why.
Guess what
And
happened?
then a week later, you know, we were hit with the pandemic, COVID. And we were actually blamed for all of that going down because we
my
found out.
gosh.
Yeah, we were in a live stream and talking about it, and someone said, "What did you do?"
Oh my
And
God.
of course, we used her for Digging with Deej was doing a Halloween, you know, scary finds or something, and so
Yeah.
I did a little skit for with Madeline for her
Yeah.
channel, and she posted it on her channel. I think
Yeah.
we won.
We won. It was a
It was
contest,
a
and we
contest,
won
and
it.
I
Yeah.
think we
Oh,
won that
cool.
for that.
That's
So, but
cool.
I know some people have told us we should return Madeline, but nothing bad happens.
No.
You know, it's not like it brought a curse on us or
No.
bad luck or
No.
strange things happening. So, because we keep her safe, we keep her put
Yeah.
up. And
I
Yeah.
know where I found her,
so,
but I don't remember the exact location to actually take her back, because I'm wondering, since it was a charm, it fell off someone's necklace and they've
Yeah.
lost her.
yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
but we've give her a good home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't cause us any problems.
Yeah.
Now, if things start going to happen,
Oh.
we'll know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, New Teasy.
But I have to say, other than, well, I can't mention the find I found. I mean, because it was an adult,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention a find I found. It was a surface find, of course.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you dug it up.
No, no, it was in a parking lot. It was in a gravel parking lot.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
it was, like I
wow.
said,
That don't leave much to the
it
imagination,
was adult
does it?
oriented. So that's all I'll say.
Oh. Well, John pulled one of those up magnet fishing.
All right, I'm showing Jersey Ray at 497.
Okay.
Okay.
If you guys haven't hit that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it if you would. I'll put her link up there one more time.
Yep.
Hopefully she is at 500, but I'm showing her at 497.
Just blame Joe Bob.
There's a lot of people getting close to goals they want to reach.
Yeah.
And if you haven't checked out Pond Scum Magnet Fishing, go check out her channel.
And I did. Now I did when we was hunting the local park in Huntington. Stuck in a tree, I found a bag with a knife and a bunch of crack pipes in it.
Oh,
Wow.
I took them and smashed them with my foot and threw it all in the garbage. So
man. Yep. Good idea.
We knew
Yeah.
someone was coming back for that because they stashed it
in the hollow
in
of
a
the
hollow
tree.
of a tree.
I was running the metal detector back in there and it was beeping, beep, beep, beep. And so I'm like, I started looking. And I take my digger and I pull it out because I want you don't grab nothing because we have found hypodermic needles laying underground. And so I pulled my digger, grabbed it with the digger and pulled it out there and started looking. And then there was a homemade knife and 4 or 5 crack pipes down in there. So I just smashed them and threw it all in the garbage.
Good idea.
I do want to shout out Jessica's Dumpster Girls too. She does a lot of, she does dumpster diving. She does a lot of singing happy birthday to a lot of different people. And, oh, okay.
Oh, got the wrong one, Magnificent.
Sorry. And she also shouts out lots of channels. So if you get a chance, go check out Jessica's Dumpster Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have messed up. I'm old, you got to remember. Old and forgetful.
You're probably not too much older than Robert and I, if any at all.
I'm 60.
Well, not too much
I didn't
older.
figure you were that old.
No, he's 54.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Don't say that out loud.
Oh, did I say it out loud? I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I am so
You know,
so very
I'm
sorry.
still telling people I'm only 44.
Clay said the weirdest thing they found was probably Jen's prosthetic arm and hand they found.
Wow.
That would be.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
odd. I think I seen where someone was saying hello to B. Hickles. Hello, Brian, if you're in there.
He's in here. Hey.
Hey, Brian. He was our guest last Saturday on
Last
our live
Saturday,
stream.
yes.
Hey,
Great
kid.
guy to meet too.
That
And
guy
we
can't even step out of the car without finding silver.
Yeah.
We met him at Flash Bash, and we had never seen his face in his videos, just always heard his voice. But there's another giveaway.
Them shoes.
He come over and was talking to us, and he said, "Do you know who I am?" And I looked at him, and I've told this story 20 times already. But I looked from head to toe, and I seen those little red shoes. I said, "B. Higgles."
There you go. That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Clay. Appreciate you coming in, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Kathy, I haven't forgot your neck squeezing. Next time I see you, I'm going to get more than one. Yeah, just his red shoes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, I bet he's.
I tell you, he's finding the finds here.
Yeah.
Oh, my
He must
gosh.
have been- He's definitely been hitting it at that old school he's been at has been a
Yes, he has been killing it.
What is your craziest? We'll stick with metal detecting find for you. I put her on the spot now. You don't know.
I haven't really found that much. A lot of pennies.
What's your favorite find? Then?
A practical kid.
Well, that was a lot. We learned a lot there, didn't we?
I found a wheat penny in the yard. That would have to be my favorite because that's the best thing I've found. That's about
I
it.
like finding wheat pennies.
I just I put a short out today. I got out in the front yard here yesterday and found and that's crazy because we have had there's been 5 different people hunting for the 5 different machines.
Yep.
And I pulled 2 spoons and a Cub Scout buckle yesterday. Just right 20 feet from the door.
Down over the bank and going to the creek.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I mean,
And
always get
everyone
out.
that has detected our yard, we've had 3 other channels besides us that's detected our yard, and
and
they've
they
always found
something.
something nice.
Yep.
Wow, that's
Yeah, so always get out there and check your yards, guys. I mean,
Did you see
never,
that? Keep digging. Thank you for
never
watching.
know what's out there. I mean,
Hello, Practical Ken. Well, I found that 1900 indent head in our yard, and I have no idea how many Wheaties we found in our yard.
we've only pulled 5 out of our yard so far.
Yeah.
But the ground is you go along and it'll beep a lot, and you got to, pick
Yes.
them targets. But the more targets we pull out, it seems like you start finding a little bit better ones the next time.
Yeah.
So
right.
it's just you just got to keep digging and dig every target you find until you
Dig it all.
Yep.
Every signal. If it
And that's gonna
beeps,
be-
it beats.
Dig
Dig
it.
it. Yeah, I didn't film it, but I found a hem weight yesterday and a marble yesterday, but I didn't film those 2, so
Wow.
I didn't have the camera with me at that time.
Yeah, here that'll be like 100,000 nails and bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find gobs
Vienna can.
Vienna tops and pull
Yeah.
tabs, and we have found it all. Aluminum foil, wadded
Wad
up.
it up,
in
like from
balls.
sandwiches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we find a lot of things we don't know what they are.
Yeah.
When we first started metal detecting, I threw things away that I found out later that were
Oh.
that I probably shouldn't have threw away. Valve stem, old Schrader valve stems
Yes.
that I
I
thought
was
were
going
just
to
junk,
say something about that.
tossed, and then a month later I'm watching a channel and I'm like, I found that and threw it away because I
Oh.
didn't know what it was.
Well,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
or it might have been 3 weeks ago, when we were having that yard permission there off from the curb strips, I thought I had junk and I just tossed it in
Oh,
my
yeah.
bag. And as
Yeah.
I was cleaning out my bag, I said, well, I found 2 of these, Robert. Look at these. He said, well, bring those to me. And they were Schrader valve stems,
Stems.
complete ones.
Yeah.
And I had no clue.
Yeah,
Had no clue.
they're complete. I was like, yeah,
Wow.
those are old Schrader valve stems. You
That's
got the
really
whole
cool.
the
Yeah,
whole thing too.
Yeah, the
thing.
whole thing.
So yeah.
that's what I mentioned it when we were on your live, and I don't know that I mentioned it on our live. Was when Shane was down here. My dad put all his stuff on the tailgate of the truck, and so I'm starting to film what he had found, and Shane just goes to hollering and screaming, and I'm like, he's lost his mind. So I had to go over there, and my dad had found a Civil War era officer's button, and it has gold gilding on it, and it was one of the, was it Rhode Island, and it says Hope, and it was one of the rarer of the 2 buttons that were made
Yeah.
for, I guess, the Rhode Island. I don't know what you.
Navy, something.
Yeah, I think it might have been Navy. I can't remember.
The
But
button.
but to find that here in Missouri in a
Yeah.
field is just crazy. But I've had no clue, and if it hadn't been for Shane, I would have probably recognized it as a button, but I wouldn't have known much about it. But Shane automatically knew it was something special.
Yeah.
You know, probably a find of a lifetime. And my dad's like, well, I just thought it was trash. I was getting ready to throw it in the dumpster. Like, no. So now he's more cautious with his trash.
I'm supposed to
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
you
you
what-
you have to be. We've got you just bring it home, and unless you know it's pull tabs and
Yeah,
bottle
unless you
caps,
absolutely
I mean,
know that it's
if
junk.
it's something you're questioning, bring it home, start cleaning on it a little bit,
Yeah.
put it under a microscope, look at it, you know, or magnifying glass. I
Yeah,
meant
he
not
said microscope.
but a magnifying glass, and check it out, and before you decide to chuck it.
Yeah, because you
the
just never know
bin,
when
yeah.
you found something old and good.
All right, Anita said Jersey Rays at 498. I posted her link again.
2 more, guys.
So
2
just
more. Come
2
on,
more
folks.
subs
Yep.
for Rachel for Jersey Ray Diggs. Hi,
Absolutely.
Jessica. She has a question.
I'm supposed to ask you guys, and you're supposed to know who's asking it. Want to know if the live is in a nudist colony.
Is
Okay,
that Brockton?
It's killing him.
Yeah.
You'll have
Well,
to
I
come to
find a
Cove
lot
and
about
find out.
He's going to
Dude.
come here and find out for himself.
Park Rat Pat is the one started that.
I
Well,
always love getting Brockton on that one.
The reason is Park Rat Pat has Zoom chats on Wednesday. We can't participate because of our internet connection. So we
I
never
can't
have our
Our
picture,
all we can do
just
is audio.
And Park Rat Pat, when Brockton come on there, he said, now the Clarks are nudists,
That's
so
why
you
their
don't
screen's
see their
like-
picture.
And he ever since then, man, he loves it.
But
That's
no,
awesome,
it's
Mary.
not.
No, it's not.
That's funny.
We don't want to scare the wildlife.
No. We live so far out, though, it could be.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If we wanted.
That's
well,
pretty much like us. I mean, we got a half-mile private driveway, and the only house you can see is almost a mile away. And if the leaves are on, you can't see it.
What?
Well, the house that's down, it sits so that you can't see it, but it's what, a block from it,
it's
about
a-
a block away.
Maybe 2 blocks.
The young man that lives there right now, he
It's
keeps,
just him.
pretty well keeps to himself. It's
Very
just him
quiet.
and his dog, and he's
We
very
live up a
quiet.
holler, so you know.
It's
Yeah.
one way in and one way out.
Live on top of a hill, and you can see our house from the road in one spot. And
When it's winter time.
when it's winter time, and we have railroad tracks run 3/4 of a mile down the side of the property, but you have to look at the exact time, even in the winter time, to see the house, because it's just a split second of a little bit of a view of it. Otherwise, you can't even see. Live between Springfield and Joplin, Anita. Hey, Hillbilly.
It's okay.
Yeah, between Springfield and Dropper.
717.
I want to drop Jersey Ray's link one
I
more
don't know,
time.
Don.
I hate
A lot
to
of
be a
people
pain,
probably-
guys, but
We don't know what a
I
holler
try
is.
to
They
help her out.
probably think it means to actually
They
yell,
holler.
holler at somebody.
That's why we call it the Cove.
Yeah,
I like that we live up in a cove.
yeah.
One way in and one way out. We're right at the end, and it's kind of horseshoed around. The woods are horseshoed around us.
717. Yeah, it could be a holler, a draw, a ravine, a gully. I mean, it could be any of those.
We called it the Cove. We started calling it the Cove way back in 2012 when we first moved up here.
Yeah.
That's
We
cool.
started calling it the Cove, and then when we was thinking of metal detecting channel name, I
Yeah.
said, why don't we call it Clark's Cove Detecting? And it's
That's cool.
stuck, and it
Yeah,
plus it's opened up our covers
yeah.
and
Yeah.
some other cool stuff that the name kind of just, and now it's just rolls right off the tongue. A lot of people call us Clark's Clove.
Yeah, because it's kind of a tongue twister,
Little
so
tongue
they'll say
twister.
Clark's
Clove,
Clove.
yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
We understand. We do the
It
same
works.
thing with channels. We'll mispronounce, and
Yeah.
I'm world's worst with that. So
Hillbilly,
Yeah.
that is right, Shannon Dalton.
Just let us
We-
know.
We
Yeah.
have got a subscriber. Oh my gosh! Now see, it just left me that quick. Grant over in
Indonesia.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's his channel?
Southern Cross.
Southern Cross
It
Prospecting.
used to be prospecting.
Used to
Now
be,
it's
now it's-
Outdoor Adventures.
Southern Cross Outdoor Adventures. But he calls us American Hillbilly. American Hillbillies. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Great guy.
I got a cousin that sometimes when we get together and start talking, people's like, "What are you guys saying?" So we're just talking hillbilly, y'all and yonder and directly and
Uh-huh.
Up there,
yeah,
down there.
Jeet
I
yet?
reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeet yet?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
yeah, we do all that kind of crazy stuff.
Me too, Dawn.
Does anybody in here have any questions for Robert and Melissa?
You do.
We'll
Or
answer them the best we can.
as far as detecting?
Just don't put me on the spot.
Yeah, I will just give my opinion because we all have our detectors we use and everybody wants to voice their opinion. I would just say whatever you have and enjoy using and find stuff with is a great detector. It doesn't matter what brand, you're going to find stuff with all of them.
If it beeps, yep.
Yeah,
Dig it and dig it.
Yep.
But yeah, granted, you know, some of your, you know, you can call
Hello,
some of
Tom.
them detectors beginning detectors, you know, like the Ace 200. I consider that a beginner's
It's
detector.
good for a beginner
It's
that's not real sure.
inexpensive, and you know, if you,
But it's a good detector.
but it is a good detector. Some of our best finds were found with that
Yeah.
detector, and I still like getting it out and using it because I know it so well. And that's the thing. Just keep using it and using it until you know it like the back of your hand, because then you'll do great with it,
You
no
just
matter
gotta
what
learn
kind
your
of detector
machine.
it is. Don't know, you know, listen to the guys that have the bigger, nicer machines, but don't think that your machine can't find what they're finding, because it can.
I see
Exactly.
someone, Barry Teresa has a question. What is a good pinpointer without breaking the bank?
There's, you know, there's
We've
several,
only used one, and that's the Garrett Carrot.
but there are several
Yes, there are.
aftermarket ones out there, and I'm in no position to tell you which one to get.
We did a live stream where we asked a lot of people's opinions on pinpointers. And as long as they beep, when you put it down there,
Just have to learn
it's just based on
Once
your
again, it's
your
like
budget.
and it's
yeah.
like the machine. You just have to learn it.
You just
You know.
have to learn it and get familiar with it. Don't give up on it.
yeah. And now, you know, also with that, the Garrett Carrot is going, to me, he's probably one of the best ones out there. We have the little Mind Lab pinpointers. Hey, Cal, and they work pretty good, but the Garrett Carrot will pick something up probably 2 inches farther away than these will, which is good and bad, because if you get in a hole and you get that Garrett Carrot down there, it can just go nuts when it starts
Yes.
getting close, to where one that's not quite as sensitive will get you closer to the target when you, whenever you locate it. So there's pluses and minuses.
Yeah, that the Garrett Carrot with that 360, it will at times. It'll drive me nuts trying to find a target with it, but most of the time it'll right there on it. I mean, but it's expensive. It is an expensive little item.
Yeah.
And I have watched videos with the cheaper pinpointers that are good pinpointers, and I've pointed that out to Melissa. I said, now that's a good pinpointer. If we ever needed a backup, it would probably be a good one to have for a backup. But to sit and tell you what it was, I couldn't right now.
I don't remember
I'd have
either.
to go back and do my research.
Yeah.
But we have a backup Garrett Carrot that we won off Gary's metal detecting when he was doing like his 300 sub giveaway or something like that. So it just sits there right now to when we need it. But I know mine's been kind of, I don't know, my Garrett Carrot's been acting funny here lately. So.
The main thing too that we learned that you need to remember when it comes to your pinpointers, put a protector on the end of it, because you will wear it out.
Yeah, I've seen several guys wear holes in the end of their pinpointer.
I came tonight, Hillbilly. The Swampy says, yeah, Risha ordered some of those covers off of Amazon. What did you get? 4 or 6 of them, and they were pretty cheap. Swampy says he uses a cheap Amazon pinpointer, and I've heard other people say that you can get one of the cheaper Amazon pinpointers that are pretty good.
Now, I know some guys, they'll have trouble with like their machine, and their pinpointer that they use will interfere with their machine. I've seen some guys, I think the Garrett Carrot, is it the Garrett Carrot and like the Simplex?
I don't
or
remember.
Something?
I cannot give examples.
Get them too close.
Yeah, but I have heard
kind
that.
of make them go haywire a little bit, but I'm not real familiar with.
Now, Barry, Teresa, a protector is a great idea. And I'm going to tell you what we did, or Robert did. He took off of a stool, like a bar stool, he took the rubber things off the bottom of the legs.
It's one of them black folding
Walmart deals.
Cheap bar stools with the round seat on
Padded seat.
And them little bitty black leg that's on the feet of them, man. Pop one off and it'll fit. You put a little bit of glue on your pinpointer and put it on there, and so it won't slide off. That's what I do on ours, and they work really well. I mean, it's a cheap.
Yeah. Ken asked a question. It seems to me like mine may not quite be as sensitive on the tip.
Yeah, but
if I put it on there, but
similar.
The reward is worth the risk as far as that, because you can lay that pinpointer on its side, and once you get close, then you can do it that way. Because I'm not rich enough to go out and spend $120, $130 on a pinpointer, very often. But I want to get back to what you were saying a while ago, is know your machine. Reaches like, and I learned from Shane when he come up and he got out of the car and we started detecting, it's like he's got the football trying to make a touchdown. I mean, he's moving across his field. I'm like, man, he's going fast. And I got to watching and learning from him, and now I swing my detector pretty fast. But she's like, how come you find more coins than I do? I said, because I've been detecting not longer, but more times. And I'm listening, watching, learning. So I can go over to saying, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. I'm going on because that's not a good signal. And then I go to the next one, and I'm learning my machine.
Yeah, that's the way. Just keep swinging and learning.
I know Just Be Cool Metal Detecting said Carrot is waterproof and has 3. Yeah, well, I had one that wasn't waterproof.
Yeah.
My first Garrett Carrot, the first time I submerged it, bloop, 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 and it never worked again. So now I don't submerge nothing.
No,
I just the tip of it I will, but put the whole thing underwater? Absolutely will not, because I just shell shocked. I don't
Yeah.
want to short
Do it
another one
again.
out. And
That's our luck.
I've never had the AT Pro underwater, even though it's waterproof, because sure as I put it underwater, it's short out. So we don't even hunt in the rain. It starts raining, we're in the truck.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Sugar melts, you know, so I have to get in the truck.
Yeah.
And other things float.
Now,
Yeah, other things float. That's right, Robert.
there's a couple of people saying low and slow with the detector.
Yeah.
My detector, I can, as fast as I can swing it, it's picking up targets. I got the Knox 800, and I don't have no trouble missing anything. Swinging it fast, it will.
I try to not to get in a hurry. Although I find myself getting in a hurry at times and walking faster, but I always try to walk baby steps and I'll get my swing wide sometimes, but I try to keep my swing right, not too much past my feet. But I find myself, I'll be, and you don't want to do this. You want to keep it level.
Yeah.
On the ground. Don't get a U. Don't start that U swinging. But so it happens. You get tired. Your arm gets tired. Your back gets tired. You start
looking
speeding
around. And, yeah.
My biggest thing is I will find a target and dig it. And then it seems like when I get up, I want to take off real fast and start, instead of searching right around where I'm at. If you find a good target, if you have a coin spill, like find 3 or 4 pennies right there, walk around in a circle and swing all around you, because there could be stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's a good
A lot of times there's more, just if you just check that area
if you start
around
in
you.
a line of finding stuff,
Yeah.
try to figure out that line and stay in it. And we try to grid areas as much as possible, but we find ourselves wandering, just walking and wandering. I try to picture, okay, when I come into an area,
hey Jody,
where would I be walking to if I was someone else?
Yeah.
You know, am I going to walk over to this way? If I'm parked here, which way? And just try to do that. Just try to scout and just take off swinging and take your time.
And always remember parking lots, gravel parking lots, and where people park, they're putting their keys in their pocket, taking their keys out. And when you do that, you drop things.
Yeah. And always, if you're in a gravel parking lot and they have them little medians with the grassy areas,
check them.
Check those little areas. It's a great place to find coinage and keys and stuff like that.
Something I've learned too that helps me, and you know, everybody's different. When I dig my plug, I grab my detector, I go over the plug and I go over the hole to see where it's at. And then once I find whatever it is, I go back over it again, because I don't know how many times I've thrown a plug back in and just happened to hit across it again, and then I find out there's another target in there. So always double check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, always. I've been bad about not double checking my holes. And even in my videos, I always stress double check your holes, because I have forgot to do that myself, and I still do at times. Here just in the past couple of weeks, where we've been hunting, I've found a target, put the plug back in rather than going ahead and rechecking that hole with my pinpointer and get up, swing. Well, there's another target under there. So always recheck them holes with your pinpointer or your machine before you throw that plug back over. Just get up and swing back over it again.
You had a token spill. How many was it? 28
28 tokens one day.
So you got to recheck those holes and swing over.
They just kept coming out and coming out. And then here, the last time we metal detected, I had a 5 token spill. Yeah. So I love finding the tokens. They're so cool. There's so many of them out there. I haven't found many. I love finding them. They're so cool.
I found the one. I haven't done the video yet, and I haven't showed. I think I showed it to you the other night. The one token I found. I don't even know where it's at now, but it's that Publishers Clearinghouse token.
Yep.
I've never seen one of those before.
No, that was very interesting.
You were
Yeah,
talking about merging your pinpointer, Risha. The one permission I have, there's a little creek there. In fact, there's a creek goes this way and one goes this way, and she's out there with her detector, and she just has the coil under the water. Then she's got that pinpointer all the way under the water using it. And luckily, it didn't go kapooey, you know, because it's supposed to be waterproof.
Yeah, Shannon Dalton, it was 28 tokens. That video was the video. It's where I had to complete my challenge, because me and Melissa will do Cover versus Cover challenges sometimes, and whoever has the best day has to do a little.
We've done it twice.
We've done them two of them, and the last one she won. I had to shave half my. I was growing a beard at the time, and I had to shave half of it off. But in that video, we were at an old school, which is now a church, and was out by the playground equipment and found the first one come out and stuck the pinpointer in there. I said, oh, well, there's another one. And then like 3 or 4, and then I ended up cutting and coming back. I pulled 28 tokens. They were Billy Bob Wonderland tokens out of that hole. I figure some little kid probably
Some
buried
little
them.
kid did that.
Was going to come back and get them. And, oh, well, you lose it, we find it.
Yeah.
Or if you hide it, we're going to find it.
Yeah.
Speaking of beards, he had to shave half of his off, which it was nothing like it is now. But he's in a contest with
who is that Grease Monkey?
I done forgot who it was.
Guido.
It's one of the prospectors. So started in March. He's not.
They want to see how long I can grow my goatee in a year. So
yeah.
I have till March of next year.
Yeah.
It's getting there. It's slowly.
Yeah. You can get it like this long in a year.
So
mine grew about this long in a year, and Risha's probably cut, I'd say, I've had this 2.5 years now, so she's probably trimmed 10 or 12 inches off of it.
Wow. I'm not doing too good with mine. I have 2 or 3 little hairs that come out, but I tweeze mine out, so I just let it go. You know, I'm going to give up.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have let you do that challenge.
Yeah.
Did you go to Ed Flash in Your Pants Flash Bash?
Yep.
That's something I would like to try to do next year. Mr. Shane, he went, and
you'd not be disappointed.
You would not be disappointed.
It was just the best. I wish that weekend would have lasted a week.
And it's not like an event.
It's a gathering.
It's a gathering of and everyone's friends, and they just it's awesome.
That's all you can say. It just can't explain it.
Yes.
You have to be there, experience it, but we had a great time.
I had one of those too,
and panning for gold and different things, and great. Shane's had a great time and affordable. I told Shane recently I might try to make it next year. I just don't know how long of a drive it is. My thing is, if it's going to take me, 12 or 14 hours to drive there, that's a long drive for 2 days to turn around and drive that many hours back.
Yeah.
Yep.
We understand. It took us
4 hours?
It took us 4 hours. Yeah.
So that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just have to see where it's going to be next year and see. And another thing, where I work, they changed our vacation hours around, because used to, the beginning of the year, you got all your vacation hours and you used them when you wanted. Now you're allowed to go 40 hours in the hole, but you only get 7-point-some hours back per pay period, which is every 2 weeks. So you have to earn your vacation throughout the year. Shane said probably 10 or 11 based on my location for next year. But if we do that, we're probably going to plan more days to where we can do something else. When we went to Wisconsin, it was about a 10-hour drive. By the time you stop, you're looking at 12, 13 hours. But we were there for a week. So we had a week to enjoy doing things before the long drive back. And if you're going to drive to me, if I'm going to drive 14 hours, I don't want to spend 2 days and then drive 14 back. It would just wear me out.
I
Yeah.
don't blame you a bit. Make it worth your while.
But we had a great time. It really was.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
weather was so nice.
Yes.
It was so mild. It was 50 in the 50s at nighttime and
And
70s during the day, and
so,
it was
yeah,
it was really nice.
That made it even better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shane Reach's not in here right at the moment because if she sees that, she'll be ready to leave today. But we'll probably take you up on that at some point, Shane. I truly appreciate that, man. It took Dawn 15 hours to get to Wisconsin.
Wow.
If Reach is asleep, the trip is a lot faster. Because I wanted to get through St. Louis by 6 in the morning. And we left our house at 2 in the morning because it was 4 hours to St. Louis. When we got into St. Louis, traffic was slowly starting to pick up. And when we got out the other side of St. Louis, it was 10 till 6. So if I would have been another 15, 20 minutes later, traffic would have just been insane.
Hey, Jericho.
Hey, Jericho. Hey, the Salty Magnet Fisher. To me, I mean, I went out on a road crew a few years ago and I was in New York and Boston and all kinds of big towns, but to me, St. Louis is the worst. I've been in Dallas, Fort Worth, all that driving. To me, that's the worst town I've ever drove in with a lot of traffic.
Yeah, we're not used to, we're country folks, so we're not used to.
It don't bother me as bad. She gets nervous.
I get
traffic,
nervous, man. I can't help it. My chest gets heavy and.
Don't bother me as much.
It used to not bother me when I was younger, but the closer I got to St. Louis, going and coming home, the more my chest hurt. I could feel my face felt like it was on fire. I was just my nerves were just getting me because I just couldn't stand the thought of driving through that town.
The city folks can have the city and the traffic.
Yeah, we got a dirt driveway and it ain't very far from where we're at till we're down a bunch of dirt roads and back roads. And I did put Jersey Ray's thing up there one more time. She's 2 away from 500.
2 more to go. She'll have them in no time.
Yeah.
But when we were driving up there to Wisconsin, yeah, it was worth it just to get to see Kathy. But we were driving, Risha fell asleep just right after we took off. And I thought, all right, hopefully she'll sleep till like 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning, and then I can be halfway through this trip. So we're like, I can see the arch of St. Louis. By that time, at the corner of my eye, I see her roll over and look at me. I said, you just woke up at the wrong time. And she looked up and I said, see the arch? She said, oh my God, I wish I had slept another 20 minutes. And it was worse on the way back because we come in the middle of the day on the way back. But yeah, my anxiety just went through the roof going through that town.
I have to say the worst town I've been through city is Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia is probably the worst I've ever been through. It is insane traffic through there. Just nuts. So now it's bypassed that.
Yeah. Well, I would have bypassed St. Louis if I could have, but I missed out on what Ken wrote. Don said it took him 16 hours. Shane said Atlanta sucks 24 hours a day. The only advantage to the St. Louis, going through St. Louis, the way we were going, we're on the outer edge of St. Louis. I mean, you could see the arch. You go down by the arch, but you swing around St. Louis, then you come in by the arch. And when you come in by the arch, you're going across the river, and then you're into Illinois. So you're not spending a lot of time in the more downtown part. But if you make one wrong turn, you know, it'd be a nightmare to get back out of there. Shannon said Atlanta's a breeze. They go straight through downtown 80 miles an hour.
That's one way of getting through there.
I missed out on some conversation somewhere. Maybe it's
easy to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never been to Miami. Been close, but no cigar.
I am one of those. I can drive. I'm fine 20 or 30 minutes driving away from the house. But if I have to drive an hour or so, I don't do it often at all. I did it today, an hour away, but I don't like doing it. I like staying in my familiar zone.
Well, that's the thing about living out here.
Yeah.
It takes you forever. 2 weeks from everywhere.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks from everywhere.
Geographical oddity. We're 2 weeks from everywhere.
Barry
if
said
you watch No Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, Barry said he was born and raised in Miami. It's nothing compared to Orlando. All right, Christy. Yeah, we're probably not going to stay on here much longer. And while I'm thinking of it, we're probably going to take a break next Wednesday and not have a live next Wednesday. Kind of take a day off.
Yeah, sometimes you have to.
Support and
Yeah.
love that they give.
Sometimes you have to take a break. That's right, Jericho.
122.
Give that boy a big scratch behind the ears for us.
And a treat.
And a treat.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was able to give Hercules a treat. I held it in my mouth and he took it from me.
Yeah. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He really is. Everybody.
We're hoping that Jericho and Hercules gets to make it here to the Cove.
We would love to have them.
They're trying to plan it, so we're hoping that plans work out and they get to come here. So fingers are crossed that they get to. Yeah.
Digits twisted.
Right now, Jersey Ray is at $4.99.
$4.99.
One more to go.
Yep.
I'm sure there's someone in here in this live stream that is one person that's not subbed to Jersey Ray Diggs. Go over and check her out.
Yep. And always remember, guys, if you're going over and checking a channel out, watch their channel some. Just don't hit their sub button and leave.
It won't stick.
Give them a thumbs up, give them a comment, interact with their channel, watch their channel, watch a couple of videos and keep going back, because YouTube will take that sub away from them
within 48 hours.
A couple hours if you don't hit and give them some watch time and some interaction. So always watch and give them a thumbs up. Leave them a comment. People always love hearing from you guys. We love hearing and reading our comments. I mean, it's great. I'll sit sometimes, I'll let my comments build up and I'll get 30, 40 of them in a row. I have to sit and answer. But I love answering. It might not be the biggest answer back, but I like our comments. I like getting comments from guys. People.
Yeah, I just checked. She was at $4.99. So she's one away.
Okay, you're only a but don't hurt me. What is this?
Hercules will be number 500.
Awesome.
That would be awesome. We could do that for.
Yes, that would be great.
But yeah, we're going to take next week off and take a short break. 500 subs.
500, yay.
Woo!
Okay.
I just hope
job,
it sticks. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Wow. Good deal. Practical Ken says he's only two away from 700.
If you haven't subbed Practical Ken, let's get them to 700 tonight.
I find sometimes that I've subbed to channels I watch on a regular basis, and there's been several I've went back and be completely unsubbed from them.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that, but that happens too. And I know people have come to me saying I've had to resub you, and they watch me. And they comment on our videos, but they'll get that sub taken away, and I'm not I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't, but that happens too.
Yeah, it happens. It's just part of that system
The
and the way they do
algorithm or
things.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that stuff. I don't care if I'm on here 100 years.
Right.
I'll never understand it.
That's funny, Tom. Yeah, sometime I'm going to go up there and do a short video. Ken's at 701 right now. That's awesome, guys. We appreciate that.
Wow.
Every
That's
channel in here,
great.
if you haven't subbed, at least go check them out. Give them the opportunity for your sub. It's free, and you never know. They might do a giveaway. Hit that notification bell. You could win something. There for a while, I had coins coming in the mail about every day. I was winning money from different giveaways. Work's been kind of hectic lately, where I haven't had a chance to, get on my phone while I'm working like I like to do. But there for 2 months, at least twice a week, I had coins coming in the mail that I won. So
Yeah.
We love getting mail.
Yeah.
It's great. I like getting the mail you don't know you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That surprise mail.
Whoop, I missed Nigel. And happy birthday, Nigel.
Yeah.
I hope you had a great birthday.
Hey,
We're getting ready
Nigel,
to get
happy
off
birthday.
here, but we do appreciate you coming in. And guys, if you haven't smashed that thumbs up, please do so. We appreciate it.
There's so many channels out there. I mean,
There's a lot of being on here tonight.
I've
We're seeing so many new names that we're not familiar with.
So I'll have to go
Yeah, if you haven't
Yeah.
subscribed to Clark's Cove Detecting, go subscribe to them.
Yes.
And don't forget to subscribe to Iron Antler Adventures.
Exactly.
That's
Now
right.
Now I've got to check Iron Antler and see what they're at. Because we were so close earlier. Nope. We're 2 away from our next milestone.
Wow. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I
Bro,
think we're at 1,080 subs right
Yeah.
now. I mean, our biggest goal, we wanted to hit the 1K. I mean, it was, that was.
It's just a milestone you want to.
Right now, I'm not too
know that.
worried. I just wanted to hit that. I wanted to see that 1K. So been holding it 1,080 now for a few weeks. So it'll go up to 1,082, and then it'll drop back down. Then it goes back up. And it drops up.
Hey, Joe Dirt.
when I hit 100, I was just tickled to death.
Yeah,
Everything after that was my goal, and everything after that has been a bonus. Of course, we all want to get more subs, or most of us do, because the more subs you have, the more people you get to share what you're doing with.
Yeah.
And that is one reason I do this. I mean, I go out magnet fishing to clean up the environment, but I video it so people can
Hey, Willie.
enjoy watching what we find, because it's crazy some of the stuff people find. Just like metal detecting, you never know what you're going to pull out of the dirt.
No.
I really enjoyed your all's video on your bicycle finds here just recently. I mean, that's amazing.
So fun.
Yeah, it was. That place up there was just incredible, because I'd never found a bike. She had never found a bike. And I had to split that video up into 3 parts. That bridge was so crazy. I pulled a bike out, then Clay pulled a bike out, then she pulled a bike out, then Clay pulled another bike out.
It was crazy.
And it's just insane. I've got so much footage from up there I haven't even attempted to go through yet. And I do have a question for you all and people watching, because doing magnet fishing and metal detecting, I don't know if putting 1 video of each on a week is too much, or should I just do a metal detecting video this week, magnet fishing next week? Hey, Johnny. I mean, I don't know.
We do one a week.
I'm not going to
That's us.
sit and tell you what to do. Only thing I will say is sometimes when people want to put out a video every day, it seems like sometimes it gets monotonous.
It's hard to
Yeah.
keep
It's
up.
hard to keep up. It's even harder
Yeah.
to keep up with them then. We find, yeah, they're granted. I have videos that I wish I could put, but I keep them in line.
Because
And
you
so
never know what's going to
you just
come
have
up
to
that you
wait.
won't be able to make one.
Right.
Yeah.
So you stretch them.
Yeah, so I always one a week, unless like the short I put out today, sometimes, which I haven't done that, but a couple of times.
Yeah.
There's been a few other times I might put a little video out in the middle of the week if
A
it's like a
mail
mail
call.
call, something like
Something
that.
different.
But I always try to keep our main video on Mondays. That doesn't always happen sometimes because electric will go out or the internet's out.
Right.
And it takes our videos forever to upload. A lot of people don't realize that I have to start uploading my video at 8 and 9 o'clock on Sunday evening, so it'll be up for Monday morning because it'll upload through the whole night. I miss live streams and stuff, and because of that, and it's not that I'm missing them live streams to do it. It's just because I'm uploading a video and it takes them that long to upload, and then I usually have to go back and try to catch up on the replay. And so I know some, you just have
whatever you want to do, but that's how we.
That's why I was just trying to get opinion because it seems like it could be overload, but I think right now I've got 3 or 4 metal detecting videos ready to go, and I've got enough stuff for probably another 3 or 4. And magnet fishing.
We haven't been magnet fishing very much besides Wisconsin.
Yeah, but you don't realize how much footage I have.
Yeah.
I mean, the first day, wasn't it? We were there. I ended up with enough footage for 4 videos.
Wow.
Second day, I had enough for 1. The third day, I probably got enough for another 4 or 5 just on that day because of the incredible amount of stuff we found.
I do want to say something to you guys about your all's videos. I love watching just you two together or just you, but I really enjoy when you have your dad. That's amazing because I know Robert would give anything to have his father with him. I think that's wonderful. Your grandson, it's just a family thing, and that is just absolutely precious. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Thank you. We
That's
appreciate it.
My dad, he metal detected, and I never got involved with it. I was young when he metal detected, and of course I'm wanting to get out and run around. And now he's passed, and I know he would have been so excited to see, because he always wanted to see one of us get into his hobby.
Yeah.
And now, and I had, I kick myself every time because I find things and I said, man, what I wouldn't give to be able to share that with him, and he would have been so excited. So that I get depressed sometimes over it, but then I sit and think, no, Robert, just keep on finding those finds because that's what he wants.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Anytime that you do go out and be with your dad, if it means putting out 6 videos a week, do it.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
That's like J-Man with Metal Sharks. He gets to metal detect with his dad, and I would get anything right now.
Yeah.
I'd have one day if I could just metal detect with him one day, but it's okay.
But he sees you though.
Yeah. That's what he knows. Yeah.
Well, since I was big enough to walk, he taught me how to hunt, how to fish, and we still go hunting and fishing together. When I first started magnet fishing, he would watch, didn't want no part of it. Then he decided to try it once, and he got into that. And then me and Risha started metal detecting, and which when I was a kid, he had a detector and he didn't use it much because he didn't find much and he got discouraged. And now he's got him a detector and he gets out and detects. And, since I was big enough to walk, we've done stuff together. Even when I was a teenager, we still did stuff together. And, I'm glad I got that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Brockton.
Thanks, Brockton. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, anytime you get a chance to family members or your dad, get out there and do it.
And I'm amazed with your dad. You say he's 84?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't have known that. I would have still thought he was like 76, 77
Yep.
in that
84.
vicinity.
And every year we go camping and go hunting. He's like, if I'm here next year, I said, you're going to be here next year. And of course, I lost my mom a little over 4 years ago, but if she was still here, she'd be out there throwing a magnet right with us. Ain't no doubt in my mind. So I just wish I'd have started sooner and had that footage, you know, and that's something else about doing these videos. You get to share with everybody, but also 50 years from now, if the grandkids or kids want to see what Dad or Papa or what's he called, Dad? Big Pop?
Big Paw.
Big Paw. What Big Paw did, all they got to do is get on YouTube and they can go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now I'm going to tell you, my mom did not like my dad metal detecting. She despised it because when we'd go on vacations, he would take his metal detector, and if he'd seen a school, hey, it stopped. It's detect for a couple of hours. And I know we don't condone it, and the metal detecting community does not condone it. But back in the 70s and the early 80s, I watched him climb fences and go into schools and climb fences. And my mom, you're going to get in trouble. I ain't no one going to say nothing. I don't care if they do.
His dad was a rare
I mean,
breed.
he was. He would climb a fence and metal detect if there was a fence there. So
He
that's
would
just-
climb.
He used to climb the old telephone poles to get the insulators. I watched him send my stepbrothers up telephone poles to get insulators before, and I still have a lot of those old insulators in the barn. I've got probably 3-4 bags of insulators down there that he collected and got. And the nails, he used to once again, when we'd be on vacation, if he'd see an old set of railroad tracks, because he was a railroader, he'd take his hammer, he'd get out and look for them little old spiked nails that would have the dates on the top of them. And I've still got over a half a coffee can full of them. I give Park Rat Pat several of them for his Christmas giveaway back last year, and I've sent out some of them nails to other people. And I always tell people, if you'd like to have one of those nails, I'll clean you up a couple and send them to you. But I've got all them nails too. I mean, and I have nothing to do with them. They just sit out there.
He probably would have liked to, though.
Yeah.
Hi, Mandy. Yeah, I think we're going to call it a night. And one thing I wanted to start doing is cutting our lives shorter, because I've had lives go almost 5 hours, and that's just too much. 4:30 in the morning gets very early.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any younger. I do appreciate you two coming up and joining us tonight. We had a lot of
We
fun.
have had an absolute blast. Thank you guys so much. We'd love to meet you guys, and
hopefully one day we never know. Maybe next year at Flash Bash.
There you go.
We'll all get together.
Well, she wasn't in here whenever Shane made the offer if we go to Flash Bash, so it'll probably just be me. She can stay home.
Shane will tell me.
Yeah.
That'd be like me going somewhere and her staying home.
That's the reason I've got a marble rolling pin down there in the kitchen.
Yeah. See you, Willie. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Willie, we still need to get together. You got some spots found?
Yeah.
And that one bridge you showed me looked pretty good.
Cool.
So we'll have to try that. But thanks again, guys. We appreciate and love each and every one of you. Like I said, we're going to take off next Wednesday. So we'll see you all in a couple weeks. Have a safe 4th of July.
You all
enjoy time with family and friends. Eat plenty of food.
Yes.
Have a blessed night, all. Take care. Thank you, guys.
See you, everyone.
See you, everybody.